90.5 FM, The Dragon with Mike and Leel, keeping it real. And it's time to keep it real on this Tuesday night, episode 38. How's it going, Mike?
Great. Big victory on Sunday. I'm happy. I'm hyped. Let's get the show rolling.
Let's get it on the road. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of football to get into, of course. We got a lot of basketball to get into, of course. We got a lot of stuff to get into. So we're going to start off right now talking about the New England Patriots. As y'all all know, I don't know what's going on up there in New England, but we about to get into it. The Patriots loses to the Detroit Lions 26-10 as Matt Patricia get his first win as head coach of the Lions over Bill Belichick. Mike, all the Patriots in big trouble.
Well, before I answer the New England Patriots, which have been in control of the NFL for so many years. And you asked the question about the Patriots in big trouble. I'm not going to say that yet because we've seen this happen with Patriots teams in the past before, where they have bad starts. We saw a couple of years ago where they lost Monday night to
Against the
Kansas
Saints.
City.
Give us Kansas City, and there was
Yeah.
one against the Saints.
Yup. And then I also remember last year when they started off, they lost to Kansas City. I think they lost to Buffalo, or that was the year before. But regardless, the past couple of years they've been coming off the season starts, and they always ask the question, are the Patriots in trouble? And then they turn the whole thing around. They win these games. They manage to get their way all the way to the championship game, and then they try and get in the Super Bowl. Most of the time they do. So I'm not going to say they're in trouble. It's just a respect them because we know how good this team is and what they can do year in and year out.
I believe the Patriots are still one of the best teams in the NFL. However, I would say this. I'm a little worried. And this is why I'm a little worried. Because those past years that you brought up, there was no Belichick versus Tom Brady, no division of the team, and the front office not being intact with the team. There was none of that going on, and they was able to. They had a winning culture. They still do, but it wasn't none of that. I'm responsible for greatness, and you needed me. This type of foolishness that's going on. So I am worried because Tom Brady and Bill Belichick obviously not getting along. That plays a part in it too, I believe. And then the shuffling these wide receivers like crazy because, as you know, the Patriots without Julian Edelman, who's one of their best wide receivers. He's suspended for 4 games. He should be back soon. But they shuffling a lot of wide receivers right now, and I don't know a legit option right now that Brady could go to. Hopefully, Josh Gordon he gets activated very soon because they need him. They need him. They really do. Philip Dorsett, he's still trying to find his way in the offense.
The answer.
He's definitely not the answer. They're double team Gronkowski, so obviously that takes him out the equation a little bit. And then who else do you got?
Well, I mean, big game Sunday. Answer Dolphins. The Dolphins are in the first division. Usually in the beginning of the season, there's some of these teams that start off undefeated, and we don't know if they're fakers or if they're for real. The Dolphins is not a team that I know yet if they're for real, and I think this Sunday will be that test. If they can go out and beat New England, they can finally show for the first time in the last decade that there's a team that's going to try and take over the AFC East. It's always been New England. It's always been New England dominating that division.
It
And this is
is.
a big test
It
on
is.
Sunday. And also for New England. New England can come out and win a big game, then they go to 2-2, and there you go. They get the division win under their belt, and they're right back in the midst of it. I think we give it some time. Josh Gordon will probably be playing Sunday. His first game, give him some time under the system, and I think he'll be fine. And like you said, Julian Edelman, we know how good he could be. We know the type of player he is, and Brady loves going. And don't forget that once those guys are into the picture, uh, they gain interest in the defense. That opens up the floodgates for guys like George said on a deep route. Look at
That
guys like Chris
that
Hogan,
defense,
and you can't forget John Jones.
that Patriots defense is atrocious. It really is. I honestly I'm really worried. And I haven't been worried previous years of the Patriots because I always knew you had Tom Brady, you had Bill Belichick, but I'm really worried. I don't think it's as simple as you may think it is. I believe that there's something wrong with this team right now. And me being a Patriot fan, coming from me, I really feel that way because I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. The defenses can't stop a nosebleed. I mean, come on, man. The wide receivers is blowing past the defenders like the wind just blew my face around my face. It's just
Well, I
unbelievable.
mean, I think you got to look at the division. It's always wide open. I still believe the Patriots are the most talented and the best team in that division.
They are.
You got a rebuilding weapon build team. Yes, all right, they can win a few games here and there, but I do not think they're a playoff bound team. Same with the Bills, but the Bills are on a completely, I think, lower level than the Jets. The Dolphins now they're coming out and they're showing their strength at the beginning of the season. We'll see if they can continue to do it, and I think we're going to find that out on Sunday. Big game for both teams, and I think the Patriots need it more.
You see, I'm not. I know the Patriots are very capable of winning the AFC East. Hell, they've been the champion since 2001. All right, I can't remember the last team. I mean, probably a few years ago with Brett Favre, or was it he was playing? I think
Well,
the
I mean,
Dolphins
a
won.
year here and there,
But
season one, yeah.
obviously, the Patriots have so taken over the division. To me, that's not even the worry right now. I believe that they are going to win that division when it's all said and done. My thing is this Patriots team good enough to win championships? Because that's what we are accustomed to seeing when New England at least get into the Super Bowl. And right now, I honestly don't know because there's a lot of disorganized things going on. You had Gronkowski that was almost traded to the Lions. He was almost dealt, and he had to, threaten, I'm going to retire so I can stay and play with Brady. There's a lot of stuff going on between Bill Belichick and his ego, and I believe that his ego is a big part of it. I believe he is one of the greatest minds ever, but his ego gotta go. I mean, he gotta step at the door for a second, man. You gotta kill in that ego, man, because at the end of the day, as far as I see it, Tom Brady you should be glad that he has Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick should be glad that he has Tom Brady. I don't want to hear this. She say, "Oh, Tom Brady won't be nothing without Bill." But I don't even want to hear that. All right. At the end of the day, these are two great minds, and they need each other. You know what I'm saying? They make each other better. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm worried about this team. However, maybe they'll get it together when Edelman comes back. That will be a first step. Hopefully, they get Josh Gordon acclimated in the offense. That would be another step. And they gotta fix that defense, man. Otherwise, they ain't winning the nosebleed.
And I believe they will. Hey, you say, oh, they're not putting but hey, the football season is a marathon, not a sprint. We got one season to go. Teams can get hot at the right time, and just with the experience along with Tom Brady, it won't be hard for him to win a few playoff games just to get them right back to where they always are. Because there's a bunch of unproven teams in the AFC that with not a lot of playoff experience, not a lot of playoff wins under their belt. Maybe this year something different will happen. Hopefully.
Hopefully, because
But I
he gotta
I can
improve.
never count out the Patriots until that.
Tom Brady got to improve from a
So
14
I'm not
of
worried about
26, 133 yards, one touchdown, and interception. That has to be better than that. I believe. I'm not worried about Tom Brady. I believe that he will improve those stats. Tony Michelle, 50 yards. At the end of the day, I know he's a rookie, but hopefully soon he'll adjust to the NFL and put up more yards than that. Gronkowski need more than 4 receptions. He need more than that. He can't have 4 receptions for 51 yards. So at the end of the day, it's a team effort, and hopefully they get it together like the Patriots normally do. It's all said and done. So hopefully, Mike, I hope so. I hope so. But we'll have to see. And it's time to get this show on the
well,
road.
before we get that show on the road, did you see the one stat from that line that Kenny Johnson was the first running back to break 100 yards since 2013, where it was LeGarrette Blunt for the Detroit Lions? They haven't had a running back go over 100 yards
Wow,
in 5 years.
that's crazy.
That's insane.
That's a
That's
testament of
terrible.
how the
It's
Patriots
terrible.
defense is.
And that's the reason why they only made the playoffs.
Yeah, and
Well,
that it
and they
shows you how
lost.
bad the
This
Patriots
way,
defense is too. So I mean, everywhere LeGarrette Blunt go, they win a Super Bowl. In New
yes,
England,
sir.
in
Yeah.
in the Eagles. Uh oh, hot take. Detroit winning Super. Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no. Ain't happening. Let's go.
In him. I don't know why he comes out with comments like that. I know him on ESPN. Call my phone. I want an explanation. You know what to find me. Look me up. Alright? Mike got 90.5 FM. Alright? Simple. I'm not an expert. I want to know why you didn't take my computer. You don't tell the public. I'll find out. At least I know. In Atlanta, it's hot. Okay? It's gonna be getting hot in Atlanta because now you got Really, Muhammad Sanu, and Julio. You ain't know it's a deal. One of the options in the show. He took off low. He was really on the go. Mike, Mike and Lil keeping it. You know the real statements on his game. What better you want? Better you want? Better you want? He and Ken keep it real. It's time for the Black Hole to make a big thing. Oakland before they go to Vegas. Under a new coach, John Gruden, they need to stock up that defense. They let up too many big plays last year. Little signals that like I don't know. While we're down, we get it on. It's a joke. Been damn near 40 years, right? You know what about off that little. Come on, man. We need something going good for New York City. All right, because New York is the city of all cities, and we need to be put on the map. It's about time the next do something.
Oh, hey, we are back, and it's approximately 8:13 p.m. On this Tuesday night. So give us a call at 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. We want to know how y'all keep it real on this Tuesday night. So to call up and get into action, we want to hear from y'all. Keep it real. 607-753-4819. And Kansas City Chiefs
Wow.
defeated the 49ers 38-27 as Pat Mahomes, all right, has another monster game, racking up touchdown after touchdown, posting up 3 touchdowns, 314 yards. Or the Chiefs, the best team in the AFC right now as it stand, Mike.
Do think they are the best right now? If there wasn't a team named the Los Angeles Rams, they'd be the best NFL right now. They are on fire. This offense is unstoppable. I mean, you got a running back in his second year, Kareem Hunt. You got the second year quarterback, Pat Mahomes. Well, it should really be his best rookie year, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is the first time he's playing. I think they did a fantastic job with that. Sitting behind Alex Smith for a year, letting him go to ropes, and here he is. And this kid's unbelievable. The play that he made when he was running back and he threw that ball on the run right into the end zone, unbelievable. And then the one-handed catch by Travis Kelce. There's just so many weapons on the team. They brought aboard Sammy Watkins. They got to feed Tyreek Hill having a season and a half. And I mean, unbelievable. We're through 3 weeks. But you know what I just hope about this Chiefs team? It's not the same old Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because we've seen this where they've come out and they've beat good teams. Last year, beat New England the first
game of the week.
right after New England wins the Super Bowl against Atlanta, the comeback. And Kansas City shocks the world. Kareem Hunt had his rookie debut.
They were undefeated for me.
Yep. They
was.
always start off pretty hot, and then they falter midway through the season. They somehow make it out of the regular season into the playoffs, and they don't win a playoff game. Seems year in year out, but because of this Mahomes kid, I think something might be different. Because team's on a whole different level.
I believe the Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the AFC right now. And
No doubt
I'm
about it.
being honest about it. I mean, these guys legitimately have weapons all over the football field, especially offensively. You got the half man, the half cheetah, and Tyreek Hill. You got Pat Mahomes. You still got Kareem Hunt. You got a lot. You still got Sammy Watkins, who's like their fourth option, and that could be a number one option for a lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? You got Travis Kelce. You got a lot of players who or that you could throw the ball to. A lot of toys for a guy with a strong arm, and Patrick Mahomes could throw the ball to. And he's mobile. I mean, 13 touchdowns. 13 touchdowns. He might end up breaking Peyton Manning's touchdown record. I mean I won't bank on it, but I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if he could with all them weapons, man. I mean, let's be real here. Peyton Manning have all the weapons, but Pat Mahomes have them weapons at his disposal. And then you got Tyreek Hill jumping in the air. He's a short, and he's jumping in the air over two defenders in double coverage, catching balls. I mean, we know this got to be a fast receiver. You know, get a guy in space, but he could play some ball too. And you got Jermaine Kelsey, obviously 8 receptions, 114 yards. That was a good game, solid game for him. I'll take that.
Always.
Sammy Watkins didn't even do too much. Like I said, that's their fourth option, 5 receptions, 55 yards, and they still was able to win the game. Listen, man, Pat Mahomes, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns. This team is clearly, as of right now. Do I think they're going to win the AFC? I'm not going there just yet, but they
I
right
think they're in the
now,
AFC West. And I said
right
that a
now,
few weeks ago,
you did, you
and
did.
that you said was my close. There it is.
I could see it. I could see it.
100%.
I could definitely see it. But let's see. Let's see how the Chiefs continue to play during the season. Because as you said, Mike, you hit it right on the money. This is a team that we see these hot starts, but can they finish? Can they do what they need to do in order to finish? You know what I'm saying? I believe that it's a possibility that this year will be different because Pat Mahomes is a different quarterback. You're not dealing with Alex Smith. Nothing against Alex Smith. I mean, he's a decent quarterback, but I don't see that's a guy that can lead you anywhere. Obviously, I mean, he didn't do so bad last year, but there was a reason why he secretly got shipped over to the Redskins, and that's because they knew what they had in Pat Mahomes. And I believe this guy's the real deal. I really do. So we'll see what happens with this Chiefs team going forward. But on the other side of the ball, we just talked about the Patriots. How about Jimmy G, man? Tough injury. Tough
Terrible.
injury.
Terrible. I mean, we always see these big injuries on like the non-contact plays where they go down. It doesn't look like a apparent leg injury, and it is. Like it's always a weird. I don't know how to explain. You just got to see the way the play was. It was just very strange. It didn't look like it was a leg injury, and it's just so unfortunate for a kid that finally gets a chance getting out of New England. He's finally starting.
Finally get his own team.
Yeah, undefeated for the rest of the regular season last year. Coming with a new look Niners team, looking like a team that can maybe make the playoffs. And season ends just like that. And just snake it, just like that. They go into the season losing Jarek McKinnon, their starting running back for the season. I think he tore his ACL as well. And Jimmy G.
I mean, I don't think the San Francisco 49ers would have made the playoffs this year, even with Jimmy G, because of their schedule and the start that they're off to right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's definitely not a good.
but it's definitely, like you said, but Jimmy Garoppolo, obviously, that's the MVP right there. So, with that being said, we keep it real on the show. Their season is over. Their season is over.
Well, San Francisco is
Yeah,
MVP.
yeah, San Francisco MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
yeah, San Francisco MVP. I ain't
Without a
talking about no
doubt.
other MVP.
Yeah.
San Francisco. But now that they lost him, Ace torn ACL out for the season, their season is pretty much done. I mean, that's a pretty much gimme game for any team that got to play them on the schedule. You know,
Yep.
20, he went 20 of 30, 251 yards, 2 touchdowns. Solid game from him. And to see him go down like that, I mean, you never want your quarterback to be running with the ball like that. Obviously, I know he, got a lot of coaches on the field mad because of that. But, at the end of the day, he was trying to make a play. And it's very unfortunate that the year that he really get, a soul of this team, and it's his team, and it's his first full season playing in the league, you go out like that. And then we seen a lot of those injuries last year. So I'm hoping we don't have a replica of what happened last year. We seen it with Deshaun Watson with Carson Wentz. We seen it last year a lot. It seemed like every week. Yeah. Yeah, and those terrible rules that they have going on. Terrible. I mean, come on, man. The worst call of them all is that sacking the quarterback play. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how you're supposed to stop midair and not fall on the quarterback. I mean, these guys do not have superpowers. Yeah.
But with the San Francisco 49ers, is CJ Beathard.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
So I mean, I actually seen something funny on Twitter the other day. It kind of made me laugh. I mean, some people might not laugh. I thought it was pretty funny. They said now with Jimmy G with the torn ACL, San Francisco 49ers now two quarterbacks that nail for the national anthem.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's foul.
Social media, y'all. Social media for y'all. Definitely social media for y'all.
But poor Jimmy G, we hope the recovery goes well. San Francisco 49ers just to get back and play some football.
They're in talks of trying to.
Next year now.
They were, it was possible that they could have made a trade for Le'Veon Bell, but with Jimmy G out, I mean, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, maybe they need something right now. Maybe they call Kaepernick back. We talking about kneeling now. Give Kaepernick back the call. Might as well. I would say so. I would say so, but we all know how the NFL works.
Yeah, that's how
So
it is. But I'm talking about
yes,
his rookie debut with the Buffalo Bills, and what a start! They knocked off the Minnesota Vikings. The Bills beat the Vikings. Wait. They didn't just beat them. They beat them 27-6.
run that back, cause run
Whoa.
that back. The Bills beat the Vikings. Let these people know what happened because they probably shocked that they didn't watch the game. They probably don't even know.
27-6.
Oh my gosh.
I know Central New York is really happy about that. Buffalo Bills. Rookie Josh Allen. What a performance by him. And he hurt that guy.
Listen, Josh Allen looked like Michael Vick in that game. I'm serious. This guy, I'm like, what is this guy doing? This guy was almost losing his mind in a good way against a great defense.
And he hurdled Anthony Barnes.
Listen, I remember the season finale, Mike. Let's go to flashbacks. I remember the season finale when me and you and Jay got into this heated debate about Josh Allen, and I was the one defending this guy. I said, listen, all right, he's going to do fine. Yeah, I had part of me was just me taking the risk of believing that he was going to be fine, but I still, it was certain things that he had. He's a gifted quarterback with a gifted arm, and I'm like, you know what, maybe he'll do fine. And I said it on the show, and I know I got a lot of feedback, but listen, man, this guy ain't proving me wrong so far. I mean, the Bills' offensive line is as weak as anything, as weak as a person that never worked out a day in his life, and it's just like he played good. I mean, he played a good game, hurling over Anthony Barr.
Yeah. And then, people watching the Vikings now. The whole way down the Buffalo Bills getting their first win of the season in an upset, and I'm sure everybody, almost everybody that I know, or people all around the world that do their survival pools, I'm pretty sure they penciled in the Minnesota Vikings
Yeah,
on Sunday, and they're knocked out of their pool now. What is that? 5 people that is still in the running now? I mean, you had the Saints losing week one. You had so many. I mean, you don't know what to trust now. Washington beating Green Bay. It's
this is
crazy.
unbelievable. It's
It,
messing my super, and it's making me
some
look
seasons
retarded. It's
crazy.
making me look like I don't know what I'm doing when I'm picking these games, and I know exactly. I know football, but these upsets. It's just hard to
Nothing
call.
you can do.
But Josh Allen, 15 to 22, 196 yards, one touchdown, average game, average game.
Hey, come on,
He made plays. They got the win. Yeah, they definitely did.
like Deion said,
You get the win and you get the call. But how do you assess this Vikings team after that loss? I mean, Kirk Cousins 40 of 55, 296, one touchdown, one interception. I'm not gonna solely put the blame on him because it looked like he played average, but
I mean, the bad part about that loss, I say, for Minnesota is the fact that it's a quick turnaround now. And now they had Buffalo Bills, and now they got to play with the Los Angeles Rams on Thursday night.
yes,
So that's
they
going to be a
do.
quick turnaround. I mean,
They're gonna have to get it together
exactly. They're going to need to get it together really quick. But I don't know.
because they didn't win the game
It'll be
before
tough
that.
for Thursday.
They didn't win the game before that against the Packers. That was a tie.
Minnesota.
That's an excellent
Unbelievable.
Thursday night game. So they got to get it together because obviously they did not win against the Packers. It was a tie. So they lost against the Bills, clearly the worst team in the NFL. At home, on top of that, I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked.
1-1-1.
I'm really shocked. So they got to win this game this Thursday against the Rams, and that's going to be a hard game, obviously, for them to win because the Rams are literally the best team. They're on a different level right now. I remember we had a caller on the season premiere who said they was going to win 4 straight Super Bowls. Obviously, I'm not buying that right now, but that don't look as crazy as what he bought it in. Like when we said it, we almost threw the phone out the window. But obviously, you never know. This team could be the Golden State of football. This Rams team. The long season is a long season. I know, Mike. I know, but they could be the Golden State, man. I'm telling y'all. I just didn't know that their offense will be as good. I thought the defense will carry them, and the offense will be, here. But their offense is good too. Yep, call it up. Call it up.
Or the Saints, would they win it overtime right after this?
And after these brief messages, don't go nowhere, y'all. We're here to keep it real.
Anybody? No. Hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Check your time. What day is it, Scott? Hey, Cash, guess what the day is? Game day. What? What? I'm happy your Mavs fan. I'd say happier than Dirk. Russ. Yeah, I just got the news from on those Foot Locker. I mean, just like you. Well, man, if you work hard, you can be your best. You can earn the rock. The odds of you becoming one of the best rebounding guards in the league in the fourth time all are not good. From a physiological perspective, you have to have the same muscle mass, build, genes, size, shooting mechanics, height. I mean, that's what you think you have Russell's mitochondrial enzyme activity. I'm pretty sure you don't have Russell's mitochondrial enzyme activity. Unless you share Russell's identical motion makeup, there's no way you could match his intensity or his clutch factor. I think you mean exactly like Russell. Even if you did play like Russell, you would never have the same sense of style. You can't put thumbs on a dog and call it chicken. I'm not all the time. What does that even mean? He means I gotta have none. That's statistically impossible. Do what I did. Just give up. Honestly, then, kid, just be yourself. I was trying to be like Jalen. Really? No. Sweet Tony. Who wants to make beef priorities? I have a burger. Me too. I'll just have peas. That is cheese. Oh, my bad. You want any veggie bread? I don't know what that is. Mind if I give you something? Does that sign say cooking with Pal? No, but it could. You could be cooking with Tony and Pal. Anyway, while you run, we had to make it. I am Kyrie Irving. I have speed every angle. My handle not be held. I ascend. Swish. What do you think? All right. Good, right? Look, I gotta finish. Oh, hey, nobody works harder than this guy. Hey, Chef, we got new Under Armour here for the holidays. Nice, because Foot Locker got you guys looking like pros. You watch TV all day? No, this is game film. It's like homework. Milkshake? No, it's a recovery shake. No, it's just because it's looks easy doesn't mean it's not hard work. Who's ready for it, stuff? Film touches make my back tight. Wow. Kyrie Irving, you're my favorite player. Thanks. You got good taste all around. Yeah, Kyrie's a Foot Locker. Always a Foot Locker around the holidays, too. You believe it? Kid like me have a single thing in common with a superstar athlete. Hey, you never know. See you later, kid. Strawberry smoothie, my favorite. Oh, I'm sorry. I was up late watching 90 Slam Dunk Build. Always happens. Sorry, guys, I got to take this. Look at NBA guys love fashion. I am oozing with creativity right now. It's not fun. Why is she inspired by that? You know what I'm doing? I'm a burn. Hey, that was a steak. That was a time. You like February collection. Here's all I did. You sure you want to take that on? Anyway. Foot Locker is suing celebrity Kevin Hart for passing their February collection off as his own. This is Draymond Green's idea. He physically intimidated me. He spelled out with a capital D, R-E-Y. What's going on? 890. Millions of people are going out and confuse a ride. That's why Daniel makes some extra cash driving with Uber. And by using
We keep it real.
8:32 on the dot here on this Tuesday night. Plus line 607-753-819-191. Keep it on this Tuesday night. Man, we gotta get right back into the Sunday reactions. What a crazy week it was.
Yes, it was.
Before we get to
Yes, it was.
we gotta continue and talk about what transpired on Sunday.
Yes, we do.
And we gotta go to Atlanta. The Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons had the same. Just a typical game between the two.
Typical,
Nice
NFC South game. Typical, your
Gotta
average
love it.
Atlanta and Saints game. Nothing too different. Just a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring. No defense being
Of
played.
course.
Your average shootout. Atlanta and who that nation. I mean, the Saints won this game 43-37 in overtime as Drew Brees. My gosh. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Drew Brees, 39 of 49, 396 yards rather, and 3 touchdowns. Breaks Brett Favre's completion record. Before we talk about how great Drew Brees is, what is your reaction to this game, Mike?
Happy. So happy. I mean, they needed this. It would have been a huge boost for their season. The way it started off, it hasn't been good. The first game against Tampa, when he gets shot through the moon. I mean, no one saw Tampa coming out like that the way they did. And just the way they came out and lost to Tampa just after what a season they had last year. Didn't play the greatest game against Cleveland, snuck away with that one. When they come into Atlanta on Sunday, you see what the offense is capable of doing. Yeah, I know the defense didn't look too good, but they did stop running. They did stop the rush all game, so I'm happy about that. But I love the offensive outbreak, and I love the win, big division win against a really good team, and off to New York.
Listen, I feel like a lot of us need to give this boy Drew Brees a little bit more credit. And I know he does get looked at, but not in the same stratosphere as Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and he should.
He has all the records.
He
He
should.
has majority of the records.
I mean, as far as passing yards,
So many.
I mean, he broke so many records, and a lot of people don't give
Can't
him the
even
credit
name 'em. Can't
that
even
he
name 'em.
deserves. But
Completion percentage.
wow,
That is insane. That is insane.
I mean, he even
72%.
he
That
even
was a
ran for a
record.
touchdown. He
He
made
ran for
two
two of them.
defenders miss.
He ran for two of them.
And that last one,
Yup.
I mean, he looked like Michael Vick too.
Yup. And Drew Brees. The defense safe in the travel all the way down the field. Brees puts it over the pylon for the end. Unbelievable. What a game for Alvin Kamara.
Yes, it
This
was.
kid is just so good.
16 carries for
That's all you
66
get to call him.
yards. I would say this.
I love him.
I would say this. Drew Brees, like I said, he's definitely in your top three quarterbacks in the NFL. He definitely
Every
should
year.
get more. He should get more praise than he does currently. And I believe when it's all said and done, I can see him lasting longer than Brady in a way because I
Well,
believe
Brady is also older.
Brady's also older, but I see the Saints Drew Brees actually playing above Brady.
Because there's no form of decline.
There's no form of decline.
A little minor.
Minor, but the
The ball
team that
doesn't
he
get
has,
there when
the
it does the
team,
deep pass, but I mean,
the team that Drew Brees has around him is why I think he will outlast Brady too,
and the way
because
they have the running
the
game.
way they have the running game with Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees don't really got to put too much on his shoulders, and when he has to, he always delivers. They have the defense, even though it's struggling this year,
Well, in the history of how big the
yeah,
defenses have been
it's
in New
still an
Orleans,
improvement.
and it's all been on the still putting the numbers he
And
had.
and they don't have the
Crazy.
issue that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick has going on. They obviously him and Sean Payton get along
Their
well.
problems are behind them.
Their problems are in the past, or if we they have problems, we don't know about it for sure. I can see Saint Drew Brees lasting longer than Brady in the NFL, and I believe that he has a lot of weapons at his disposal. I mean, Tenga Jr. I mean, when he decides to catch the ball, obviously he has a little drop issue here and there. But when he's able to catch the ball, he could do a lot of things with it. With it, he definitely is.
And that dog,
Oh, and that's another thing. These guys, this guy Drew Brees is elevating his wide receivers. He always does. That gets overlooked. He elevate his receivers. Michael Thomas probably won't be your typical number one option on a lot of teams, but because he got Drew Brees
I
throwing him
don't
the
know,
ball,
man. He's pretty good.
I mean he's pretty good,
Catches
but
95.
I feel like it has a lot to do with Drew Brees. I really do.
100%, because
I
he
really
puts the
do.
ball in a perfect spot. You have a receiver with those capabilities inside
10
and that talent,
receptions and 129 yards.
and you can't forget about that bug that comes back. It's one more game after this Sunday. Mark Ingram back from his
Yes.
4 game suspension, and that just he's the last piece of the puzzle for this
Yes, he is.
offense. And
And it's going to get better and better. And
can't
the
wait.
Saints is going to be a team that is going to be forced to be reckoned with in the whole NFL, much less the NFC. That's a team that's going to be very much up there with the Rams, in my opinion, because they have
You know,
everything that you need. I mean, their defense obviously is not as good as the Rams, but they can hold their own. Their offense is pretty good. Obviously, Drew Brees at the helm, and they're a team with experience. They've been there, done that. They was on the other end of the stick before with that crazy miracle in Indianapolis, and they've been on the other
funny,
end of the stick before, so they got the experience, the legit experience to compete in the NFL. But let's go to the side of Atlanta, because even though Atlanta lost this game, I still was impressed by what I saw. Matt Ryan, 26 of 35 completion, 374 yards, 5 touchdowns, and Calvin really, what a coming out party it was for this guy. I
it was.
mean, it was a coming out party. 7 receptions for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns.
He's quick.
Phenomenal game.
He's quick.
And that's why initially I thought the Falcons will be the team representing the Super Bowl in the NFC, which still obviously can happen. There's a lot
Oh,
of
without
football to
that.
be played. But because of this guy, I thought that, and look, Julio Jones, only 5 receptions, 96 yards. Julio Jones don't even need touches like that with Calvin really there.
No, he didn't need
And
that.
you can't double team Julio because you're gonna get Calvin really open on Mohamed Sanu. So it
Exactly.
works out better for Julio in that Falcons
And
offense.
Julio did not have on Sunday.
Five
Around,
receptions.
still
Five
got around
receptions.
100 yards against Julio. But really, that other guy did, and that's why they went out and drafted him. I feel like a couple of teams have drafted on the draft. The Falcons were lucky enough to get him, and he's a talent. I mean,
The
he was
page.
just blowing by. He was just blowing by those defenders. He was blown by Crawley and PJ Williams, and the Saints suffered a big loss when Patrick Robinson broke his ankle, the big corner that they signed all season. So he'll be out for most of the season. They say maybe after week 12 he can come back, but he's probably gonna need more time. So that's a big blow to the secondary. It's gonna struggle.
Yes, it is. And I feel like the Patriots passed up on Calvin Ridley. Obviously, you see their wide receiver issues right now. I believe that was a guy they probably should have looked at really heavily because this guy can ball. And I was wondering when Atlanta was going, acclimate him into the offense. But obviously, they waited till this moment, and what a coming out party for him.
Definitely.
What a coming out party. But anyway, y'all, we moving on to the next. Moving on to the next right now. Here we go. Monday Night Football. What a game last night. And before we get into that, Mike, you said you wanted to talk about Clay Matthews of the Clay Matthews situation that's going on with those penalties and stuff like that. Mike, talk to me.
I mean, it's crazy. We've seen week after week this roughing the passer call. And last night was just another story of it. We've seen how many times did they throw that penalty last night? I don't know the exact number, but there was definitely about
Oh, it
five
was a
roughing the
lot. It
passes
had to
last
be like
night.
around
I mean,
7.
and you even heard in the ref song, roughing the passes. The way he was saying it, like, come on, guys, you got to stop this. And then I'm all for kicking the quarterback, and I love the nature of the rule, but it's football at the end of the day. I mean, some type of understand. I think it's wrong that penalty should be thrown when you actually think it's just like, all right, you shouldn't hit him like that. So week one, play matches against the Bears. The way he hit Trubisky, I agree with that call. He jumped up, he hit him in the head. You can't do that. There was a call last time with down on Roethlisberger. You can't do that. That's just the rule. That's an automatic penalty. Then the next week, the Clay Matthews one against Minnesota. Minnesota, I mean, Green Bay would have got the win, would have clinched the game after that sack, and they called
That
roughing
was
the
a big
passer on
call.
that. And you know what? I actually gotta agree with the call the way it was. I mean, a lot of people don't agree with it, and he shouldn't have been penalized on that. I think that one was a penalty. When you watch it and you put his full body weight on him, throw him into the ground, that's the rule that you can't do that with that. But yeah, but on Sunday, come on. On Alex Smith, I do not agree with that. That was just the cleaner way of how he hit Cousins the week before. It was the right way to tackle, and he's right when he's saying this league's going soft.
It
I
is.
mean, it's hard to say the league's going soft when all these injuries happen because it is a physical game. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, it is.
but just the rules of trying to protect players, I feel like is going to enable more injuries.
My thing is here. Listen, man, football is naturally dangerous. I was, I'm a big football fan, huge football fan, obviously. One of my top sports, if not the top sport of mine. But, I was watching these games and I'm saying to myself, all right, I'm trying to put myself in both the NFL shoes and the players' shoes. Being a guy that's a fan that's happened to have a radio show with Mike, talking about it. But we fans. This is an opinion based show. So I'm saying to myself, how could the NFL, get their way, but at the same time make the game still fun? And there's obviously nothing they could do. They can't because football is naturally dangerous. Football is naturally dangerous. It's a tough sport. You know what I'm saying? You never guaranteed to make the next game without breaking something, and it's just the obvious of the situation. We all know about the CTE situations. We all know football is a dangerous sport. My thing is, unless you want to play two-hand touch or flag football, then don't play. Or obviously make a flag football league and change the NFL entirely and cut it out. But obviously you can't do that. So my thing is, I don't see how a defender or a guy trying to sack the quarterback could be able to get the sack and not put his full body weight on him. Obviously, they're not the most, you know, athletic people. Obviously, they big guys, so I don't even see how that's possible. But unless you're trying to literally make this a two-hand touch game or a flag football game, I just don't see how possible it is. And those are crucial calls, especially that one on Clay Matthews against the Vikings, because that would have ended the game. He threw the interception, came back, obviously.
I mean, in all sports, all these calls have big implications on the game. But in football, that has to be the main sport where you see that the refs just have way too much control over the outcome of the game. I mean, obviously, in every sport that case is relevant, but in football, you see it the most. Just with these calls, the pass interference, the rough of the passer, they have way too much control over the league, and that's why the league is in the position the way it's in right now. That people they're losing viewership, and people just stop watching it because of these calls, you know. And I mean, like I said, I'm all for the rule, but there's a right way to tackle, and I don't know what the right way is nowadays.
Yeah, I don't either. But anyway, moving on to the Monday Night Football game last night, the Steelers hold off the Fitz Magic Buccaneers 30-27. Does Fitz keep his job, Mike? And we're gonna talk about Le'Veon Bell's situation right after that. Do Fitz keep his job?
I mean, listen, I mean, they came off the hot start 2-0, and last night they come out. He didn't play his best first half.
He
You know,
didn't.
he what he throw 3 picks
Those three
yesterday.
picks. Two of them, I'll probably blame it on the wide receivers, probably not finishing routes. But one of them was definitely, really a bad play.
He
Bad
played a
play.
sloppy game. Those are a good team. Possibly Super Bowl contender, you know. So I mean, the Bucks came out there. They played their game in front of their home crowd. I mean, everybody in the first half thought, all right, they're back. They're back to normal. Fitz is back. That's it. James next week. But you know what? The way that they played, the way they came back. I mean, I don't see a reason why to bench them yet. I say you give him one more start. You know, give him one more start before you say, all right, James is different. Because this guy's went out there and he's gave you great performances week in and week out. Over 400 yards.
I mean, yeah. I
Yesterday,
mean, even
come
yesterday,
on.
even though with the
Yeah,
with the
has
three
Winston ever
interceptions,
thrown over 400 yards? I don't think so.
411 yards, 30 or 50.
Give
Yeah,
or
he had the
take,
three
man.
picks, but listen, I think Magic. Well, I keep calling him Fitzmagic, obviously.
Because he is.
Fitzpatrick. I
Yeah, that's what he
believe this
said.
guy. He's a gunslinger. He might not always be consistent now. You know what I'm
Manager.
saying? But he's a gunslinger. And you know what I'm saying? He could get the ball to your wide receivers. He has a lot of talent on the field. Obviously, Deshaun Jackson is having a coming out year on that Buccaneers team. We still
Quiet
have
last night, though.
yeah, quiet last night should have had that punt return for a touchdown if it wasn't for that holding penalty, that boneheaded play,
And that could have changed the whole
and that could
momentum
have
of the
definitely
game.
changed
I
it.
mean, even though
Even though they scored in the drive,
you know,
that crowd was electric after that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
They could have won that game.
They could have
So
won that
I
game.
don't think deserve
I don't
because like
either.
the talent,
I mean,
I mean, you just got it at that point.
Jameis
But it's a
Winston,
different story.
Jameis Winston hasn't touched the football in a minute now. he hasn't been on the football field as far as live game action. And you're gonna start him against the Chicago Bears, one of the best defenses with Khalil Mack. Come on, man. Let's be real here. Obviously, the math, sometimes math is the easiest math. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Ryan Fitzpatrick is the guy to continue starting on the Buccaneers
At least one
until
more game.
proven that he
Exactly.
cannot be that guy.
And also, I was looking at the fact that Chicago's defense is very good, very hard hitting. God forbid they put Winston out there. It's hurt. I mean, obviously you fall back around perspective, but Winston still has perspective. You know what I mean? I mean, Winston's your guy. That's
Yeah,
your,
that's the future, obviously.
yeah.
But
So you got those things all coming to
yeah, I say Rodgers Fitzmagic train and see where it ends up.
100%.
And the moment that he decides to struggle or
Yep.
he struggles is when you might all right
I have
pull
a
him up.
feeling last night he would have Winston in the second half
Yeah,
if he was not on.
yeah, basically.
I mean, obviously, if it's going to be
Yeah,
starting,
he
he
wouldn't be
wasn't,
started,
but
but I mean,
after
I
that
would
one
say
year that
this:
first half played, I think
if he
they would have put him
continue,
in.
if he continue playing the way how he played in the first half, in the second half, maybe we'll see Winston next week. So I
Yes.
don't, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the Buccaneers decide to do and how they play. And once again, call up that request line at 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. We know y'all listening. We know y'all want to keep it real, so go ahead and keep it real. And when we come back from commercial, we're gonna talk some NBA before we get back to football. Y'all know what it is. We keeping it real, baby. Yeah, bro, you wanna like control the music while we come back? Even though I don't think I got a song for this one, so we should
All
be
right.
good. But
What is this? Market a three. Here, make a great back up for Rocker. You know it. You just said the Rican great back up for Rocker? No. Hey, sorry. Yeah, you gotta go? Of course I wanna go. Where would I go? Maybe defensive? You call it me defensive? Never defensive. That's correct. The last hey, not defensive. What is that called? And it's not for nothing. I don't know who it is. Listen, I was about to find a way. I don't know why you get it. I don't know.
WSUC 90.5 FM with Mike and Lil, keeping it real, brought to you by Brand New Flavor Radio. And we're gonna continue on with our segments. Talking about a little basketball here. For y'all basketball fans, let's get right to it. The Timberwolves owner is demanding Jimmy Butler trade. All right, he's demanding the Jimmy Butler trade now, despite Coach Thibodeau's interest in keeping him. What do you make of this situation, Mike? And what do you think of Cole Anthony Towns signing the 5 year, $190 million contract?
Well, they had to throw his back there. But, I mean, before he was in there, you had to lock up the guy. And that's the guy. And Jimmy Butler wants one of them. I mean, he's made it apparent that he just wants to be traded. And now the owners on point of it. And they said that he would be traded by actually today. But I mean, obviously nothing has happened yet. And he shows desire to join the Knicks, the Nets, along with the Clippers.
The Clippers.
I mean, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know why he'd want to go to the Nets.
No good Clippers.
I mean, I would like to see him go to the Knicks, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
Obviously, these two guys are not on board, and Coach Thibodeau and the owner, because obviously Thibodeau he doesn't want to let. I'm convinced that he's a guy that just don't want to let stuff go. First of all, he's bringing part of the Bulls on the Timberwolves, obviously. All right. Listen, those are the Timberwolves, not the Timberwolves. All right. Let's be real here. He reminds me of a guy that just doesn't like change. He doesn't like changes from what I'm seeing. Obviously, bringing back the whole Bull squad on that team with Woes and who else? T.J. Gibson and all these other guys and Butler. I mean, he reminds me of a guy that just can't let it go. Is honestly, and I'm keeping it real here. He just reminds me of that guy. So maybe even despite Jimmy's Butler trade request that somehow in his imaginary mind of his, he feels that he can be able to keep him for the remainder of the season. I don't know what it is. I guess he just doesn't want to let him go. But in his mind, in his imaginary mind, he probably feels that all right, we can keep him until he walks in free agency, which obviously is not going to happen. The owner is like, listen, all right, Jimmy Butler wants out. He's going to leave in free agency. We might as well get something for him right now to bring on this roster.
I'm sure they will.
And I agree with the owner has to say. If the guy don't want to be there, the guy's telling you I'm going to walk out. You might as well get. He's doing a decent job of letting y'all know so y'all can get something back in return, right? So I believe that the owner he's going to make it happen. And Coach Thibodeau gotta know that all right. Sometimes you just gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go, brother. You gotta let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Can't always have stuff doesn't last forever. All right, man. You just gotta let it go.
Now, other than
Obviously.
those three teams, the Nets, Butler, like what team would you think?
Miami possibly.
Because I got one.
Miami. I actually let me take that back. Not
I
even
got one
Miami.
that I really
I like
think
the Raptors.
that's I like that because that's the one I was exactly what I
Yeah,
was thinking of.
the
I think he'd
Raptors.
be a perfect fit
I
to
think so
go there
too.
to play with Kawhi
To play with Kawhi, and both of those guys are not only threats
and Lowry.
offensively but defensively. So if they can somehow listen, if you could give Lowry for Jimmy Butler, go ahead and do it. I do it every time.
Straight
I
up.
do trade up. I
Oh,
do it
I'm
every time.
saying
I mean,
for
yeah,
all
yeah,
three
of
of them.
course you want to add him, but if the price tag is Kyle Lowry, then you give it.
I don't know. That's tough.
I mean,
Kind of
I
the
think
same type
Butler
of
is a better player than Kyle Lowry.
same type of player.
Kyle Lowry's that type of guy that he can be consistent than inconsistent, especially scoring wise. Jimmy Butler is always going to be consistent despite any born injury. But if you can get Jimmy Butler there without shipping Kyle Lowry, that's a big
100%.
three. And
That's
then
what I'm
to
saying.
me, that would put them over the Celtics.
Tough to
I
say.
would think so
Tough to
because
say just because we haven't seen the Celtics that full.
yeah,
We haven't seen them with the full
that's true.
team with a healthy Kyrie and Hayward. We
That's
haven't
true.
seen it.
But I just look at it like
But
this.
on paper, it's tough.
I, Kawhi is one of the best defensive players and offensive scorers in the league.
And one
Jimmy
of the
Butler
worst
is the same,
laughers.
and one of the worst laughers ever. I don't know what you got to fix that laugh. I mean that almost had me laughing. Right? I mean,
Got
you
me
know what I'm
cracking up
saying?
right now. We
But
gotta play
yeah,
that.
facts. I'm gonna definitely get that clip on for y'all. Matter of fact, Mike, you gonna get the clip
Yeah, but
ready.
I think it's just a perfect fit. Man.
But I do think a Raptors team with Kyle Lowry and Kawhi and Jimmy Butler is a team that can dethrone the Celtics. It's a 50-50 matchup, in my opinion. It could go either way, but those are two guys that can lock you up defensively and offensively. And the Raptors was the number one team in the East without these guys, without Kawhi. You add Kawhi, you ship off them all, add Kawhi and Jimmy Butler. I can see the Raptors definitely, especially if they have home court. I mean, that laugh is crazy. That
That's
laugh is
scary. I mean, this guy, man, is crazy.
Man, when
They
I
say
saw
it's the
that
first
video,
time he laughed in like 4
when I
years.
saw that video, I was rolling out of my bed. It
Yeah.
looked like he was trying. It looked like he was trying not to break character. It's almost like wrestling. You got a certain character that you have for like the majority of your wrestling years, and you try not to break it. And I feel like he tried not to laugh, but then he was laughing. I don't know what it was. That's shoot.
You know what I don't get though? Like a player like this comes into the league, first off, wins the championship in San Antonio, one of the best players in the league, one of the best two-way
Oh,
players in the league.
most
And
definitely.
then all of a sudden, it's just like, yeah, all the people that were like, oh, like Kawhi, lost a lot of his fans just because the way he's been, the way he handles the first situation, the way he is now, it's just like he's just a weird dude and no one seems to understand him.
Yeah. I
And I
mean,
feel like people want to see him fail.
people probably do, but I don't take nothing away from him wanting to leave the Spurs. I mean, I do feel it's a weird situation, but I'm not gonna look at him different. Obviously, he wanted a new start, so he got it. And since we're on the Kawhi train here, let's stay on the Kawhi train. Kawhi says during media days that he is focusing on this season and not the future. Do you think Kawhi will stay in Toronto after this year, Mike? I'm putting you on the hot seat right now.
Tough. I mean, it's hard to say. I feel like a lot depends on this season, and that's why I think that he said that. I'm just focused on this season because this man can't go out there and carry the same attitude and same energy that from San Antonio into Toronto, and then expect the year after to be like one of the hottest free agents. I mean, obviously he'll still get the big money thrown at him because we're in the NBA. Mike Conley at one point was the highest paid player in the league for one whole season. So I mean, we're in the NBA, he'll still get his money. So that's the joke of it. But I mean, he can't go out there and carry that attitude because people are not gonna like you for that. We want you to play. It's the NBA. You gotta go out there and
You
play.
got to play,
You know,
yeah.
one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, one of the best teams in the NBA. I know we're naming that top five, but I mean, like top 10 later in the whole season. I know they're in there. And it's just like you gotta go out there and play. And I think that if they put together a good season, if they honestly win a playoff series or two, finally, then I think there's a possible chance he could stay and he can gain love for the city. Because you know how the city is.
Yeah,
You know how
that's a
Drake is
that's an
going to be
excellent.
ambassadoring
I mean, Drake
Toronto.
need to sit his
You,
behind
you know
down.
how
I
it
mean,
is.
Drake honestly needs to say he's not. To me, he don't have no ways of being in basketball. I don't even know why he showed his guy on the camera acting like he's a general
He's the
manager or something.
ambassador.
I mean, he needs to sit his ambassador
And he
self
puts
down.
that city on the map.
I mean, to be real here, Mike. To be honest with you, man. To be like really logical and obviously like real logical. Toronto was already on the map. It was already on the map.
Of
But
course.
but Drake, listen, man. I ain't gonna get into this cat Drake, man. Come on,
Nah, but I
he
mean,
gonna have me in my feelings.
yeah.
I'm
But nah,
having trust
for
issues.
Kawhi Leonard, I think, I think Toronto is, after the season, he's a top three choice form of where he's going. And I think other than Toronto, it's the Lakers as the two teams that
So
I
do
can
you
see where he
think
can go.
if you had to make a prediction today,
Where he'll be next year.
will he be next year?
I'm gonna actually go with Toronto. I think that he will sign with Toronto. I think they're gonna have a good season.
I
He's
think
gonna
so
like
too.
it there, and I'm gonna say he's gonna stay
I
there.
could I could see him staying
The
in
East is gonna be
Toronto
his.
but the only thing is Kawhi is a guy that's very hard to read. He doesn't express a lot of his feelings. Obviously, the reporter asks, about him. He obviously is not a guy that talks a lot and stuff like that. So in my mind, he's a really hard guy to figure out. And you probably just don't even know what he's going to do. But I could see him staying in Toronto. Obviously, that's a great city, and I would love to move there. I'm not even gonna lie, but that's a great city, and you know that he's gonna. They very energetic over there. Obviously, they go to the games. They're very energetic over there in Toronto. They love their basketball along with the other sports. And I believe that he will take over the East, like you said, and he'll be in a position where he could win the championship. So I don't see him leaving that, but it's possible. We don't know. But
100%.
anyway, we're gonna go on our halftime break. We'll be back in the next 5 minutes with our second half, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about in the second half. Our real or not real takes, and our top 10 plays for the NBA season, and our NFL predictions for Week 4. Y'all don't want to miss it. We keep it real here. Call up the request line at 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819, and we'll be back in 5 minutes, y'all. Second half. Don't go nowhere.
Hitting on my aura. My bad. And I got you. This is on. What is this? Market for three. Here to make it great. Market. You know what? You just said the week of greatness is back at the market. Whoa. You gotta go? What's it gonna go? What would I go? Defensive? You calling me defensive? Never defensive. That's ground. Last person. Hey, not defensive. What is it called? Hey, look. Oh, look. Look. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, look at that. I know, right? Don't make the plan anywhere. I went to the store to get me came back. Well, you left the car. You didn't kind of say hello. You didn't respect. This is the third time he left the car. The third time he left the car. You don't say. You don't punish. People. No. This is me.
Our number two, real or not real takes. Our top 10 NBA players for the 2018 season. NFL predictions. 9:05 on the dot. It's time to begin.
And I'm surprised you even still have social media. After you got caught with that catfish and scandal. Social media should be shut down. So big L. All right? This is the big L. Right on the forehead. There you got. So, if a team is to pick two, what you think is going to happen? But that player massage his feet, massage his back. Different. That make you want to more or less? No. This is what you could have won for your life. You could have won for your life. Get to it. Listen with these cards.
All right, our number two starts right now, and let's get right into it. Our top players for the NBA 2018 season is out. All right, and it's time to list our top 10. So the NBA gave y'all, whoever gave the rankings gave y'all they top 10. Me and Mike, you know what we do. We do a lot of this stuff on the show. We love to do rankings on this show. That's what we good at. And we gonna give our top 10 players for the 2018 and 2019 season. So before we do that, we want to know who y'all got in y'all top 10 for this season. So call up that request line at 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. We know y'all listening in y'all cars. We know y'all listening at the bar. We got y'all right now.
So how we gonna do it?
You going from 10 to 1?
10 to 1, so you go 10 to me?
Yeah.
Unless you giving
I
me
go
your
10.
whole time?
I'm gonna list my whole 10.
Okay.
Then you gonna list your whole 10.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get right to it. At number 10, I got the one and only Mr. Handle Man. That's what I call him. I call him Mr. Handle Man. Not the Candy Man, the Handle Man. Kyrie Irving is my number 10. I believe that this guy is going to be the front and center of that Celtics team this year, and where he got a lot of help, but the offense is going to run through him, and he's going to make those clutch shots that he's known for doing. He's not afraid of the moment. This guy's big time. As long as he can stay healthy, that's one question. But if he can, he's in my top 10. At number 9, I'm going with another clutch guy. I mean, come on, man. Rip City all day. Y'all know who he is. Damian Lillard. This guy is coming into his own. I believe last year was his best year, and he finally made the All Star game. And I believe that he's going to keep up that intensity. Now he's getting looked at now. He wasn't getting looked at before because he was in Portland. But guess what? We know about Damian Lillard now. They's a saying. It's game time. It's Dame time. He's number 9 for me. And number 8, Embiid indeed. You already know. I believe that he is the best player on that 76ers team. You can argue Ben Simmons. I throw Embiid over Ben Simmons. I believe as long as he can stay healthy too, because he's injury prone. But guess what? He ain't no clone. I'm going Embiid. Number 7, Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right, I believe he is in prime position to take over the East if he has that coach that will get him over the hump, bring out the best in Giannis. And if that coach, that new coach that they got up there in the Bucks, if he can bring out the best in Giannis, Giannis will bring out the best in the East. Giannis, number 7. Number 6, we talked about his laugh. Hell, we laughed at his laugh. But guess what? He's the number 1 on the staff. I'm going with Kawhi Leonard. I believe that this guy will take over the East. Well, he's in prime position, playing on that Raptors team. They were the number 1 team without him. Now you add him to the equation, there's your answer. Kawhi, number 6. Number 5, man, I was worried about this dude messing with them daggone Kardashians, but he seemed to be out of that hole. And guess what? He's the number 1 on the poll. I'm going with James Harden. Y'all know who I'm talking about here. This guy is isolation city. This guy, well, you don't want to guard him 1-on-1 because you just might break an ankle and then he just might blow a kiss at you and wait for you to get up. I'm going with Harden, number 5. 4, that number 4, I'm going with the one and only, the best shooter I have ever seen in this game, the best shooter I ever seen in the world, the one and only Steph. All right, you guard him, you're gonna get Steph to death. Steph Curry, chefing it up on the basketball court. At number 3, I gotta go with KD. Number 3, I believe that he's sharing a lot of the load, and this is why I came and put him higher because you also got Steph Curry on your team. You also got Klay Thompson on your team. But obviously, they're gonna have guys that are gonna show up, and take all that load off of him. So at 3, I got KD, Kevin Durant. And number 2, AD. I got Anthony Davis number 2. I believe. Listen, he's clear cut number 2 in my opinion because he was one of the top 3 in the MVP discussions last year, and you just lost to Marcus Cousins, so you're obviously gonna be the number 1 guy on that team. And I'm expecting big numbers for him being on that Pelicans team with not a lot of help like last year. And last year he did good things with the help. He don't got a lot of help, so he gonna be stuffing up his numbers. He gonna be they say you stuff your face with food. He gonna be stuffing his face with numbers. AD. And number 1, man, come on, man. I don't even gotta say number 1. That's it. Y'all already know who number 1 is, man. Come on. Do I really gotta say his name? Do I really gotta say his name? LeBron James, number 1. He's gonna be on LA. Obviously, on the court with a bunch of young guys. He's obviously gonna be that vocal leader and expect a triple double from him this year. I mean, come on. That's your MVP this year, LeBron James. That's my top 10. Number 10, Kyrie. Number 9, Damian Lillard. Number 8, Embiid. Number 7, Giannis. Number 6, Kawhi. Number 5, Harden. Number 4, Steph. Number 3, KD. Number 2, AD. And number 1, LeBron James. I'm going to send it over to Mike. Mike, here's the mic.
I mean, and get right to it. I number 10, same as you, Kyrie Irving. Remember the man in Boston. I mean, I think they are the best team in the East. We can come down to them in Toronto. I'm ready for him to come back. He's been injured. Can't wait for him to come back on the court and do good things with that Boston team. Number 9, I got Indeed, like you always say, Joel Embiid with those Philadelphia
Embiid
76ers.
indeed.
They turn around, that's the process. Gotta love Embiid. Unbelievable. I mean, he's such a big body, good player. Number 7, I got the man with the land, Kawhi Leonard, over there. I got him at number 7. 6 is the man that you left open. And boy, I don't know why. Russell Westbrook is double himself. I
There's
got
a
him
reason
at
why.
number 6. I mean, it's tough.
There's a reason
It's
why.
tough. It's tough. But I got Russell Westbrook number 6. And number 5, I got the great friend Giannis. I made the combo. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Giannis number 5 is just a freak. They call him Big Freak for a reason. He's just a freak athlete. Number 5, I'm sorry, no, I'm not.
You're lying.
Yeah, number 5, I'm right. I'm right. I got Kevin Durant. You know, one of the best shooters in the league. 2 straight MVP in the finals. This year should have been Steph. But Kevin Durant can never say no to him in the top 5. I mean, this is just for this season. Obviously, I believe he's the second best player in the league, in the world. But just going into the season, I'm putting him at number 5. At number 4, I got the big James Harden. I'm not sure Rockets. Looking for a bounce back, looking to finally get back in Golden State. At number 3, I got the best shooter in the world, Steph Curry. Much as I'm not the biggest Steph Curry fan, you
Oh,
gotta
come on,
respect
Mike.
it. You
You
gotta
gotta
respect
respect
it.
that
And
shot.
I put it at number 10. Number 2, I got my man, my MVP this season, in my opinion.
AD.
Andrew, I love him. Please never.
Oh, Mike gonna
Don't have
sing to
a
you,
great
AD.
season.
Mike
Number
gonna sing to
1,
you.
come on, the best of all time, LeBron James.
I
Number
ain't I ain't
1.
gonna say the
Those
best
are
of
my
all
top 10.
time, but
Those are my top 10.
he slow down a little bit on
Well,
the
we
best of
got
all
6
time.
days, 5 days till preseason
Yeah.
starts. Unbelievable. How quick? How quick?
And we're definitely gonna post those top 10 lists on our Instagram page. So Mike, keep that list definitely. We're gonna put it up tonight and on YouTube. Definitely add my YouTube at Real Leel. Subscribe to the channel at Real Leel, REALLEEL. Real Leel on YouTube. That's where we do our live streaming on also. And Mike.Lil 90.5 FM. And you heard our list. So we want to know y'all list. Call the request line 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. And yeah, I definitely left Russell Westbrook out, and there was a reason why I did. I believe, I mean, he was probably right under Kyrie in my list, probably ranked number 11. I just feel that, you know, he's going to get his numbers. Yeah, we're going to be accustomed to seeing it. But I just feel like Paul George is going to have more of a role on that team, and he had a little minor surgery. I don't with the type of style that he plays. I don't know if initially in the beginning he's going to come back with that force and intensity that he displays every year. Probably more until he gets healthy. So that's why I kind of left him on my top 10. But
Yeah,
he
I
was
mean,
right there. He was knocking on the
with
door.
ESPN's list, the only person I subbed out was Damian Lillard. I put Kyrie over him. Lillard did next 11, and then you could start naming them because I mean, there's so much talent in the NBA, so it's so hard to make a top 10. Even with the teams, I mean, it's rough. I mean, I definitely want to go over some top 10 teams. I know if you down for that.
All right,
I
let's go.
mean,
Let's go right ahead.
yeah.
Let's go
All
right
right,
ahead.
I want to go to my top 10 teams for this. Going
Mike
into this
gonna do
season
it.
because they made this list as well. So number 10, I got the Indiana Pacers. I mean, they had a really good season last year. They're showing good flashes. Played a good series, but come on, they got LeBron. I mean, there's nothing you can do on that. But really good coach team. One of those teams in the East that broke out last year, and they're going to be up there this year. Number 9, I got my New Orleans Pelicans. They swept the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs. They got Anthony Davis. They played well against the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. Yes, they lost Boogie, but we know what they can do and what Drew Holiday can do as well. At number 7, I got the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James. He's my power rankings going to the season. LeBron James, I believe, is going to put the Lakers back up there in that Western Conference. At number 6, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. We know what they can do with Russ Westbrook. Well, they got the talent, Paul George. They just signed up. And then number 5, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. That's number 7. I'm sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed up. It's Tuesday night. Number 7, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. At number 6, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. At number 5, the Utah Jazz. Utah
Uh,
Jazz fit my top 5. I mean, I believe that this team is very young and very talented with Donovan Mitchell. At number 4, I got the Toronto Raptors with the new addition of Kawhi Leonard. I think he just elevates that team to a different height. And there's a lot of exciting basketball that happened in Toronto this year. Number 3, I got the Houston Rockets. James Harden and Chris Paul. This team was better than the Warriors all regular season last year. I mean, there was some injuries, but that happens. If Chris Paul was not hurt in that playoffs, they might have beat Golden State last year. Number 2, I got the Boston Celtics. I think this team is destined to win the East. I think they got all the talent right there in front of them. And number 1, you got to go with the Golden State
yeah, you
Warriors.
got
The
to.
best team in the league. There's just nothing around it. That's my top 10.
Well, I necessarily didn't prepare for a top 10, but while Mike was speaking, since he brought up the idea, me being a fast thinker than I am, because I'm a very smart person, I was able to match my top five, off the top of the head. So, unlike Mike, I'm going to do a top five. So, at number 5, I got the 76ers. Obviously, being in the East, they're one of the best teams in the East with Embiid, indeed, and Ben Simmons. And they could ball. They could ball. They should have probably made to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but they didn't. Obviously, they was playing a good Celtic team. They're my number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the Toronto Raptors. I believe that they should be in the top 4. They were the best team in the East last year without Kawhi. And you ship off the more for Kawhi, I'll take that any time of the day. Possibly might get Jimmy Butler, but I'm not ranking it based on them getting Jimmy Butler because it's not finalized yet. But if they do get Jimmy Butler, they probably move even higher. And number 3, I got the Rockets. Obviously, they were the closest team in beating the Warriors last year. Probably should have won, against the Warriors and represent the rest in the conference finals. Obviously, you subtract Trevor Ariza, but come on, man. I mean, I know he was good defensively, but offensively, he did not show up in that final. So it's not like they really met. I think they overblown the situation. They got Carmelo. Obviously, Carmelo don't play defense either. So you basically know. And I'm pretty sure Melo could pull up some points more than Ariza can. So at the end of the day, I still think the Rockets are a legit good team with James Harden and CP3. Number 2, I'm going to go with the Celtics. I believe that I have a hot take. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know we have those on every episode. We have hot takes. I got another hot take. I feel as if the Marcus Cousins did not go to that Warriors team, the Celtics would win the championship this year. If the Marcus Cousins didn't go, but the fact that
You
the
think he's gonna
Marcus,
have that much?
I think so. And it's not that he's going to have a much of an impact. The Warriors are already good. All they need is a 60% boogie to literally just be dominant because what the Warriors was missing was that big guy in the paint that could get them
It
rebounds. They
was
never
all on
had that.
Drake. It was all on Draymond.
Yeah. So Boogie don't even got to score. He just could get rebounds. But he brings scoring to the table. So I think that's what cemented the Warriors at number one. There's no even discredit, no question. But the Celtics got a pretty good team. They got Tatum, they got Jalen Brown, they got Horford. Listen, this a Kyrie. There's a long list. I'm not even about to get into that because they real deep in their roster. The Celtics are my number 2 team. And number 1, obviously, we just talked about the Warriors. Obviously, you got Boogie, you got Klay Thompson, you got all the Splash Brothers, you got Draymond, you got KD, who's probably going to leave after the season, but still. For this year, yeah, those are my top 5. The 76ers at number 5, number 4, the Raptors, number 3, the Rockets, number 2, the Celtics, and number 1, the Warriors. Come out to play. And we going to go on break, y'all. It's approximately 9:21, and when we come back from break, we have our famous real or not real takes. You don't want to go nowhere. Oh yeah, we keeping it real tonight, baby. 9:27 p.m. on this Tuesday, September 25 or 25th, rather, 2018. Like, it's going too quick. All right. Is Usain Bolt one of them days, man? Because it's going by real fast. But nevertheless, it's time for our real or not real takes. As you know, we give out a couple statements and we decide whether or not we agree, which is real, or whether we disagree with the statement, which is not real. So why don't we get right to it? Okay, number one. The Browns officially named Baker Mayfield the starting quarterback, all right, over Tyrod Taylor. Does this come as a surprise?
I think this is. I mean, I don't think it was. You saw Baker took the ball on that game. So you saw the ball through the whole team, through the whole team. Once he stepped foot on that field, that is your number one overall pick. Once he's in for good. Sorry, Tyrod Taylor. Nothing against you, nothing personal. You played well. There was nothing about your play. It's just the fact that he's the number one overall pick. You saw what he did, and now it's the time. The train's rolling, and he's their guy.
You heard him. The train is rolling. Choo choo. Not well. Number two, Carson Wentz versus Andrew Luck. All right. Last Sunday, the Eagles narrowly beat the Colts 20-16 as Carson Wentz returns, going 25 of 37, 255 yards, one touchdown, and one interception. Was the Eagles lucky to win this game? Real or not real?
I mean, yeah, what Andrew Luck can do. One thing
Is
is the
that Hail
fact that
Mary?
the him and they take him down, which I understand the call, but every quarterback in the league should be able to make that throw. And the fact that Andrew Luck can't because you don't have the arm strength at this moment, and then he
Yeah.
says in the press conference, "I don't know," and he's an
It's
offense
all
guy.
about
He's an offense
confidence.
guy.
It's all
I
about
mean, I'm
confidence.
gonna say this is real. They were lucky to win the game, but at the end of the day, every game in the NFL is hard to win. So look for the Eagles. They got
I'm gonna go with Real. I agree with this statement. I think the Eagles was very lucky to win this game. They shouldn't have won this game. The Colts played an excellent game. That third down pass was critical. I saw it, his foot went out of bounds. Obviously should have been fourth down, but they was very lucky. And yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. To see Jacoby Brissett, a guy who's probably eating hot dogs on the bench, have to come in the game to make a Hail Mary pass. You want your quarterback being able to make that throw, and obviously he can't because of the situation. My suggestion to you, Andrew Luck, is go ahead, get out your iPhone or your headphones and get your headphones in your ear, and then you play that Hail Mary Tupac song, and guess what? You probably gonna make that throw every time. Come with me, Hail Mary. Number three. Carmelo, DJ Carmelo, or should I say basketball Carmelo, on possibly coming off the bench. All right. He says that, he's very clear on his role. Should Melo come off the bench? Real or not real?
I'm gonna say who. I'm gonna I think he's a player at this point in his career to come off the bench. He could put in his 7 minutes there. I don't see him as a starter anymore.
I don't see him as a starter either.
Especially on
I'm
this
gonna
team.
go with real. I do believe that he should come off the bench, and then especially on this team that already got all stars. Yeah, boy, you better come off the bench. And hopefully he's happy with it. I mean, he says he know his idea of his role. I'm pretty sure that he kind of knew he was going to be on the bench before he went there, before he signed there. I don't think it should come as a surprise. So a lot of people may not think that he's okay with it, but guess what, man? You know what you signed up for. All right, it's in the contract, my brother. Number four. AD signs with Clutch Sports Group, which is owned by LeBron. I'm pretty sure that's probably why I heard Mike earlier in this show talk about don't go, AD. Maybe because of this statement. Mike, you buying AD to LA?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
wow,
I mean, who wouldn't think
wow.
like this wouldn't happen? Because you couldn't 100% see that. There's a reason why when we were talking about Kawhi Leonard before, I said he was going to stay in Toronto because I believe the Lakers are going Anthony Davis route. And I think that's a good move for him. I mean, as much as I'm a Pelicans fan, you see how the league is landscape. Small market teams aren't gonna make it. They aren't gonna last. It's not the way it used to be. Him going to play with LeBron, I think would be the best decision for him
My
for his career.
my thing is here. Listen, man. if you're going to take all these good players off of low market teams, then you might as well just despise them off the NBA. I mean, somebody got to play for them organizations. You can't mean to tell me you're good and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm going to a big market. I want to be traded. I want to, LA or New York. You got to be able to come on. Oh, I would love that too. That'd be crazy. But I'm gonna go with real. I think there's a big possibility that he's out of New Orleans. Now it's not a definite fact, but if you're a Pelicans fan or an AD fan, you're not liking this. You're not liking this at all. Number five. Yeah, like Mike said, 2 more years, baby. 2 more years. Tiger Woods win his all right, Tiger Woods win the tour championship by 2 strokes. All right, his first tour win in 5 years. Is Tiger Woods back?
Yes, he is. I think he is back.
He's back.
I mean,
He's
coming
back.
out with that performance and winning it, hey, you gotta be back if you're winning.
Tiger Woods. Somebody get Tiger Woods on speed dial.
It's crazy.
Is this brother back? Oh, we going back in time, all right. But listen, man. I mean, Tiger Woods, he probably is back. I mean, that scene that was all on Sports Center and all on social media where this guy was walking to I guess I'm not a golf fanatic, so I'm gonna let y'all know when he was walking, he had the whole crowd behind him like he was a daggone messiah. That was a crazy scene right there. I never seen nothing like that in sports. I mean, this guy had like 1,000 people like Moses leading the Israelites across the Jordan River or something, like across the Red Sea. I mean, that was a sight to behold. Real, I believe Tiger Woods is back this time. I believe the other times people were just waiting for this guy. So any little good thing, any little hit, they say he's back, he's back. I think that he's officially back. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the same like old times. I believe that he's back to be competitive. Let's get that straight. I don't think he's back on winning these majors, but to be competitive, I believe he's back. I gotta go with real for that statement. Number six, it's about to get real spooky in here. Number six, real spooky in here. Beyonce's former drummer accuses her of extreme witchcraft and killing her pet cat. Do you believe this, Mike? You want to pass? You want to pass, man? Come on, Mike. Get the people what they need.
Sure, real. I'm gonna you never know. Not even
Beyonce is a witch.
You never know, bro. The
Oh,
lights went out at the Super Bowl.
yeah, the
Remember that?
lights did go out in the Super Bowl. I remember that.
Illuminati type
I
stuff.
remember that, man. I remember that, man. Shoot, I might save this question for Halloween, for our Halloween special.
If I keep focusing,
Yeah, 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 man. We might, yeah, Mike. Watch your back, man. When you driving back, watch your back. Something just pop up in the street and don't look suspicious. Get out of there and jet, my brother. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. I might as well give myself a pass. I'm sorry, Mike. I had to bail you out on this one. I'll give myself a pass. I ain't commenting on this. Number seven. A teen survives 49 days at sea in a drifting fishing hunt. He ran out of most of his supplies, but caught fish and was able to cook them and sucked water out his clothes for juice. Does he get props from Mike and Leo for surviving?
man, that's a 19-year-old kid who just off of the boat. And it was over 130 miles. And he's about 49 days. He used his shirt to like filter the water so he could drink it. I mean, that's smart right there. I wouldn't even know how to do that. If that was me, I would just be lying there waiting for something to jump up and hit me. Like, listen, I'm going in the water. It's great. I mean, I probably not to jump up and eat me. Make it quick, you know?
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you get props, man. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, he gets props from our show,
49
man.
days, I would have
He,
been first 3 seconds.
Listen, I would have lost my mind, man. I like Mike said, I can't even swim. I'm not gonna lie, I almost drowned in my life before, man. To be real here, I can't swim. So at the end of the day, somebody would have came and took me alive, and I would have been fine with that. It would have been an easy way to go instead of drowning. Like a boogie, I'm drowning. Listen, I give this guy props in the world. He was like, I'm not dying tonight. I'm not dying right now. He got a lot of life to live. He living his best life. He on his little Duval. He wasn't trying to leave dessert. I understand. Kudos to him. He gets a lot of props for surviving. Number 8, number 19, Oregon. All right, I'm gonna say it like that, Oregon, because they gone. Number 19, Oregon, lose a 24-7 lead against the number 7 Stanford Cardinal in a loss in overtime. Oh my gosh. Well, this choke job, because it is a choke job. I can't breathe. It's a choke job. But this choke job caused Oregon to miss the college football playoff. Mike, you
I
take it
said
that
it
way.
was good. It's new clothes on the show to make the playoffs.
Yep. I mean, all you gotta do is, man, take a knee or something, man. You ran the ball, you fumbled, and Stanford moved down the field and kicked the field goal to go to overtime, and then the guy threw an intercept. I mean, come on, man. This was one of the craziest things ever. I'm gonna be real with you. I saw the complete entire first half. I'm like, okay, 24-7. Oregon is not gonna lose this game. They cannot be stopped. So I left the game to go out. You gotta have your fun. You gotta have your fun, man. You gotta have your fun. I left the game to go out. And I'm going out. So I'm having my fun. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm seeing Stanford win. And I'm thinking it's just me having too much fun while I'm seeing that score that I saw. But it was actually that Stanford won this game. So I had to come back home and actually make sure that what I was seeing was right. And then behold, Stanford won the game. I'm gonna go with real. I don't think the Oregon gonna make the playoffs now. You did it to yourself. They did it to themselves. Now it's time for a real hot seat. Normally, if it's a celebrity, we go celebrity hot seat. But since this person is not a celebrity, and I will hope this person won't be a celebrity in the future, we're gonna go real hot
Let
seat
me hear
here.
you.
This goes to a Dallas officer, Amber, who fired a fatal shot shooting her neighbor. All right. She says she thought her apartment was being burglarized and entered the wrong unit. Listen, it's it's getting hot in here. Can I get the celebrity hot seat or the real hot seat beat over here, please? Because it's getting hot. All right, I'm hearing it. No, it's you, Amber. You on this hot seat right now. All right. To be real with you, I don't know how in the world you thought that that was your apartment. I don't believe anything. I'm not buying anything this person has said. I believe that she flat out committed this crime for whatever reason. I'm hearing things that they might have knew each other, so it might have could have been a perfect guy type of relation, like the movie Perfect Guy or whatever. It could have been something like that. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure that what she already knew. I'm not buying this by any means of the necessary. I'm not buying it at all.
Me neither.
Not at all. But anyway, it's 9:41 p.m. and we got a little bit time left on this podcast, on this radio show. So call up that request line at 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. And follow us on Twitter at WSUCFM, Instagram WSUCFM, and me and Mike's personal Instagram, Mike.Leel 90.5 FM, and my YouTube channel, which I'm streaming live right now, Real Lil. And when we come back, we got our NFL predictions, and that will cap off this episode 38. Listen, we keep it real. I gotta turn on the mic real quick. I gotta play some more.
Then I got you window seat in case they move it. What is this? Market of three. Here, we can greatness is back in Polanco. You know what? This is we can greatness is back in Polanco. Wow. Yeah, you gonna go? You're gonna go. Who would I go? Defensive. Defensive? You're calling me defensive? I'm never defensive. Basketball.
You know, I don't work here. I'm Michelle Williams. Yes, child. Horizons back. Introducing the new Horizon plan. Now get 30% surprise overages. Keep the data you don't use. All on America's best network.
So this is saying, or there's a lot of news going on that Drake and Meek came back together or something like that. We cool now. I take it. I think it's
I'd love to get another song out of them.
I mean, yeah, definitely. We keep it real. That's what we do.
Six zero seven seven five three forty eight one nine. Once again, 607534819. At the end of the show, it's time for us to get to you our week four predictions in the NFL for the games that will transpire Thursday and Sunday and Monday for me. Leo, we're gonna start with this Monday night matchup, right?
Yes,
The
we are.
Vikings going to the 3-0 Los Angeles Rams. This is gonna be a good game. I mean, this is a game that we could see in the playoffs. It's a game we could possibly see in the NFC Championship game. Two of the bigger power horses in the NFC. Obviously, the Rams are on fire and unstoppable right now, and the Vikings just come off that embarrassing loss to Buffalo. Who you got?
I'm going with the Rams to win this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I won't be surprised at all if Captain Kirk pulls off this upset. I believe it's going to be a close game, 23-20 Rams.
Wow, I like it. I'm going with the Rams too. The home team, I think they're just a better team overall. I'm going with them on Thursday night. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Rams are going to pull away in the second half and they're going to win Sunday we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Atlanta Falcons. Who you got?
I'm going with the Falcons to win this game. I believe that the Falcons will definitely bounce back from that close overtime loss to the Saints, and they're going to pull this one off at home. Calvin Ridley had his breakout game last game against the Saints, and I believe he's going to keep that up. Give me the Atlanta Falcons to win this game.
I think this game is going to be closer than reserve that it's going
I
to be
think so
close
too.
game, and this is the high scoring once again. But again, we're not the home team. We're going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. We got the Buffalo Bills going to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Can the Bills pull off another one?
No, no.
Yes,
It's possible.
it
It's
is.
possible because Aaron Rodgers, I'm
He's a little
worried
banged
about
up.
him. He's banged up right now, and I believe that the Bills have a chance. But I'm gonna take the safer route here with
Yeah,
my pick, and I'm going with the Packers.
yeah, I'm going with the Packers as well. Yeah, Green Bay Buccaneers going to take on Khalil Mack and the Chicago
Will we
Bears.
see Winston or will we see Fitz Magic again?
I don't know.
Yeah, we have to
I
find
think
out.
they go with Fitzpatrick.
Me too. But I'm gonna either way, whether it's Fitz Magic or Jameis Winston, it's gonna be. Listen, let me say it the other way. Whether it's Jameis Winston or Fitz Magic, it's gonna be tragic because you gotta go up against Khalil Mack. I'm going with the Bears.
So, then this is an interesting one. You got the front lines going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Both teams that are 1-2 and having their struggles. Kind of a similar team. Who are you going with?
I like the Lions on the road.
Yep.
Give me the Lions on the road in this game.
I like this game. I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. Where it's both offenses that really could put up some numbers.
I
But
think
I
the
feel like there's
Lions.
just two type of teams that always make mistakes and mismatches.
I think the
I'm
Lions
actually
build
going
the
with
momentum.
Dallas, but I think it's going to be a field goal game. The Philadelphia Eagles go to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Who beat the Jaguars last week. So we got a group of 2-1 teams. Good game coming up on Sunday. Who do you got, Eagles and Titans?
I got the Eagles. I think the Eagles is gonna beat the Titans. And guess what? After that game, we're gonna probably remember the Titans, but not in the way we want to.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles as well. Super Bowl Carson went to the back. Definitely going with the Eagles. That's going to be a close one as well. But the 0-3 Texans, who would have thought? Going to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm going with the Texans on the road in this one to get their first win.
I like the Texans on the road to win this game. Yeah, I'm going with the Texans. No, I'm taking it back. I'm going with the Colts at home. Andrew Luck all day. I'm going with the Colts.
I feel like Deshaun Watson is close.
He is. He got to get back and adjusted into the football game,
It's
man.
hard.
It's hard coming off an injury like his, but I feel like he's nervous. I feel like he's not settled in yet, and going down 0-3 doesn't help. You seem to force the action now and force the ball because you want to make plays. I think he just got to calm down and play his game.
100% we got to do that. Yeah, it's going to take some time for him. Next game, this is the big one. Miami Dolphins going to New England to take on the Patriots. Couldn't express how important this game is, not only for New England, but for Miami to
It's a
set
very
themselves apart in the AFC East.
it's a
I'm
very
actually going
important
with
game.
New England in this one. I think they need it more, and it will be a perfect timing win just for everybody to come back when Edelman comes back week 4. I mean, after this game on Monday, and they come off a win 2-2. I think it's a big game for them. I think the Patriots need it more. I'm going with New England.
It was hard for me to see the Patriots lose two in a row like they just did, but I damn sure can't see them losing three in a row. I'm going with the Patriots at home.
We got the New York Jets going to Jacksonville and take on that defense. I have a feeling it's going to be a bad day for Sam Darnold because that defense is a force to be reckoned with. Going with Jacksonville.
Definitely going with Jacksonville. Sam Donald, good luck.
Cleveland Browns, can they make it 2 in a row? I think so. Cleveland Browns go to Oakland. I'm going with the Browns in this one.
I like that pick. I'm going with the Browns too on the road.
They can make it.
I don't know what's going on with John Gruden and the Raiders. I don't know what's going on. Like me and Mike said, there's a lot of old time, old history being brought into the new light, into the new generation, and I think it's time to let it go.
Seattle Seahawks, that their first win last week. They go into Arizona to take on Josh Rosen, making his first NFL start in the Cardinals. Who you got?
I like the Cardinals at home in a close game.
Josh Rosen won his first game.
Josh Rosen
Wow.
missed his first game.
I'm going with
50-50
I'm
game.
going with Seattle on the road. I think Seattle can move the ball. Russell Wilson. I think that this is what it's going to come down to. I think the Seattle defense is nothing than what it used to be, obviously, but it's still good enough. I think Josh Rosen's going to have a little, probably gonna have a little rookie.
Jitterbugs.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going with Seattle, a proven team. This is another game. I wish I was going to it next week, but
Saints and
I
the
can't.
Giants.
New Orleans Saints going to MetLife to take on the New York
I
Giants.
think it's gonna be a good game.
I think so too. I mean, statistically, the Giants and the Saints have a really good battle. High scoring affairs, and I'm really looking forward to a lot of more versus Odell Beckham magic.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to that. I believe that's the matchup to watch. But give me the Saints to win this game on the road in a shootout.
Yeah, the Saints don't play their best football. That's statistically proven. I
Like
really
23
like the
20.
Saints.
23-20. That's
Yeah, I
my
like the
score.
Saints. I feel like this is a good game for them. This is a good test for them. They stopped the run pretty well in the past couple of weeks. I think that now against Saquon Barkley, a better running back, I think this is going to be a good test for them to see they're really a run stopping defense. I'm going with the Saints on the road, of course, but I think it's going to be a close one. The San Francisco 49ers with CJ Beathard, not Jimmy G against the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the 49ers season is just gone. So I'm going with the Chargers. I think the 49ers should just make the draft day and kind of lock up a number of the top three picks.
You heard the show. If you was listening in the first hour, I said the season was over for the 49ers because of the Jimmy G injury. And I'm sticking by give me the Chargers to win this game at home.
We got two more games. Sunday
AFC
night game.
South
Sunday night game. This is an interesting one. Baltimore going into Pittsburgh.
or
We
AFC
see the
North,
struggle, a
rather.
little bit of struggle,
Yeah.
Steelers. But we saw that bounce back last night. What the offense can do, and especially big game. Ravens and Steelers.
This is a 50-50 game. This is always a physical football game every time they play. This time last year the Ravens was on the road. They should have won that game. They lost it. I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm going with the Ravens on the road to beat the Steelers by a field goal.
I'm liking this game. These games are always great. Steelers, what a great rivalry. I'm going with Pittsburgh on this one. I just think Antonio Brown is just a factor that just always comes into discussion when the Steelers have a game. He's the reason why they are as relevant as they are. So I'm going with Pittsburgh in this one. And on Monday night game, this is a good one again. Kansas City against Denver. 2-1 Denver Broncos under Case Keenum. Taking on Pat Mahomes and one of the best teams in the NFL
Mahomes.
right now. Kansas City Chiefs. What you got?
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in a shootout, and I won't be surprised if Broncos hand them their first loss. I think this is 50-50 all the way down the board, but I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win this game on the road.
Yeah, I mean, Denver Broncos are a good team. I mean, starting for one, it's a good start. Who would have thought this would have done that? Case Keenum coming over there, and he's just bringing over what he did last year in Minnesota.
Yeah, you're showing that he's not no
I
fool.
mean, obviously, a little less than what Minnesota had. They're still a good team. I wouldn't surprise if Denver wins and Kansas City lost. They know each other well, but I'm going with Kansas City. The team that you can't stop right now. They're just on a different level.
And there you have it. Those are our predictions for week 3 of the NFL, well, week 4
Week
of
4.
the NFL season. And right now, it's crazy because before the Steelers in the Buccaneers game last night, me and Mike was both 19-19 or something to that effect. We was both at 500 on our pick.
Yeah.
No. We was both 19-20. There we go. We was both 19-20 on our picks. So we was both there, and that game decided who was going to take the lead between me and you as far as our game predictions. And then you picked the Steelers. Obviously, I picked the Buccaneers. So Mike is 500, 20-20 in his picks, and I'm 19-21. But guess what? It's week 4, baby. It's week
Can't
4.
wait.
Can't wait. So that closes it out for our show. Mike and Lil keeping it real. Episode 38. We're gonna cancel this Friday episode. Obviously, I'm going back home. I gotta see my family. I'm going back home this weekend. So that's why we did our predictions tonight. So we'll be back next Tuesday. Once again, we'll cancel Friday. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, new topics. Y'all know where it is. We keep it real on 90.5. Time for Chris Williams to take y'all home with some music. We out of here.
Is the commercial one working yet?
You always take commercials for you a little bit? Oh my
Can you take one?
yeah.
Well,
That's
I'll see you.
that's
I'll see you. Right.
Oh yeah, there we go.